The scent of stale coal smoke and fear was the perfume of Sarajevo in 1992. For Elva, aged 9, his entire world was now framed by shattered glass and the random, terrifying sound of the sniper's bullet. School was a basement. Playtime was silence. Meals were daily, deadly lottery. His mother, Azra, dressed him in his darkest clothes before every chore. "Stay low, my little shadow," she would whisper, adjusting the heavy woolen scarf around his ears. Today's chore was the bread line. It was a routine that carried a 10% chance of death, a statistic Elva's father before he vanished near the Olympic Stadium ruins had once scrawled on the back of a ration coupon. But they were hungry. They were always hungry. The line stretched from the bombed-out shell of the grocery store, past the skeletal remains of a streetcar, and hugged the only brick wall that hadn't been completely reduced to rubble. Elva and Azra stood quietly, their breath clouding in the freezing air. The silence was the scariest part, a deceptive, pregnant pause in the warfare. The snipers, positioned high in the surrounding mountains, liked the silence. It meant they could hear the thud of a body falling. Azra handed Elva the burlap sack and the worn coupon. "Stay behind me. Always. Do not look at the sky. Do not move fast. We are just shadows." They shuffled forward. Ahead of them, an old man in a frayed military coat coughed, a dry, rattling sound that seemed deafening in the stillness. Suddenly, a sound unlike any other ripped through the air. The crack. It was the sound of a high-powered rifle bullet breaking the sound barrier right next to their heads. The shot was followed an instant later by the slower, deep thud of the gun from the hills. The old man in front of them didn't cry out. He simply folded forward, the sound of his body hitting the freezing pavement muffled by the quiet snow. He lay still, his bread coupon fluttering down near his hand. Azra didn't move. No one in the line moved. Their training was absolute. Do not run. Do not react. Do not become the next target. Elva, pressed against his mother's back, could only see the man's stiff leather boot. He waited, his entire body rigid with terror. Then, his mother whispered, her voice tight with a cold, terrifying urgency, "Elva, the coupon. Get it." It was an impossible command. The old man was lying exactly in the open, unsheltered space of the street. To move out from behind the wall was a death sentence. But one coupon was a lifeline, 2 coupons were survival. Elva hesitated for only a second, looking at the grey, shattered world around them. Then, obeying the terrible logic of survival under siege, he slowly slid out from behind his mother's skirt and crawled toward the dark stain spreading on the snow, toward the coupon, praying the hidden man in the hills hadn't yet found a better target. The silence of the bread line was the scariest sound he had ever heard.